Welcome to day 24 of the Chaos to Control Mommy Challenge. So before we get started, let me just ask you guys some questions, okay? So mamas out there who is members of my group, people who watch, I want to ask you, how do you feel about when you are looking at the rest of your life? How do you want to be remembered when your kids are grown? Okay, that's a big question, kind of deep question. How do you want your kids to remember their childhood? Okay, we're going deep. Have you ever felt a little bit like the days are just passing by and you wish you could have a deeper connection with your kids? You wish that the way that you spend your time with them could be more meaningful, more authentic, more driven by connection. Okay? And do you ever feel like there's so many things pulling at your time, keeping you busy, keeping you from making that authentic connection? And maybe you are with your kids, you're physically presently with your kids, but it's just like you're coexisting. Okay? No matter what age your kids are. My kids are little right now, but this could apply to adult children, this could apply to teenage children, this could apply to babies and toddlers, and in the elementary grades, whatever. So today's topic that we're talking about is cultivating connection with our kids. And this week's theme in the Chaos to Control Mommy Challenge is true balance. And yesterday we talked about, is balance a thing? And the answer, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the video from yesterday, is no, balance is not a thing. And I feel like we as 21st century moms are always looking for balance because we wear so many hats. But our heart, what the beat of our heart is for our children. Is everything we do, whether we're working, whether we are momtrepreneurs, which a lot of people in my group are, no matter where you are in life, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or whatever your life looks like, your heart is for your kids. Everything you do is for them, and so that they know that you love them, and it's for their future. And it's so that, and our heart's desire as moms, right, is to create a legacy that will outlive us. Is so that when our kids are grown, that they will be healthy, emotionally healthy, productive, loving individuals, that they will be living in alignment with their purpose, that we can give our kids something better than our parents gave to us, right? Isn't that what we want more than anything in the whole world? And oftentimes we don't feel like we're doing that. And sometimes, well, almost all the time, really truly almost all the time, it's a mindset thing. And this is what I teach: mindset. But I want to look at mindset from the perspective of what mindset shifts do we need to make to create and cultivate connection with our kids. And this video is really only scratching the surface. Okay, this is a big issue. There's a lot of ways you can look at this. If you are interested in really going deep in this, I encourage you to get in on my course, Mindset Mastery for Moms, because in that course, I have several different modules that specifically teach using mindset work to create connection with your kids, and to do it in a way that doesn't feel impossible, that feels doable, to overcome the mindset block that are stopping you from creating that connection with your kids and living a lifestyle of doing that, not just doing it here and there, but just doing it as starting from a place of creating connection with your kids and getting past whatever you believe about yourself or about relationships or about kids, whatever patterns you may have brought into your parenthood from the past, whatever is holding you back. We're going to get past that. And I teach you the theoretical things and the practical things. And I teach you, just how to get out of your own way and just do the thing. It's very practical. There's no fluff. And so I encourage you to get in on that course. And there's also weekly group coaching, an hour of weekly group coaching from now until forever. It never ends, so that you have access to me and to everyone else in the group, so that we can support each other on this journey. And so I'm here to support you. The course is normally $9.97, but for a limited time, I'm doing a flash sale for $2.97, 70% off. You will never be this low again. So please get in this week. Get in right now. I haven't decided yet when the flash sale is going to end, but it will not last forever. So let me just dive right into creating connection with our kids. I want to look at this. Like I said, there's a lot of ways you can look at creating connection with your kids, but I really want to look at it from the point of I want to ask you a question. How many of you moms have a child who's very difficult? A child, maybe other children in your family, if you have more than one child, they're easy to connect to. They're just kind of mellow, easygoing kids, but you have that one, or maybe even more than one, or maybe several of your kids, or who knows, we're all different. Our families are all different that you really struggle to connect with. Maybe you have a child that reminds you so much of you that you have a hard time connecting with that child. Maybe your child has some special needs. Maybe your child has been through some trauma. Maybe your child is just, for whatever reason, you're struggling to make a connection with that child and you feel terrible about it. You feel like, I don't want this to, you're worried about how that's going to affect your future relationship with that child, that lack of connection. And you feel like there's an underlying issue, there's an underlying reason why you're not connecting with your child, but you don't know what it is. And you've tried different things. And maybe there's not any problems. It's just, you're worried about how you handle your communication with your child and your connection with your child. And your child is constantly triggering you. I've been there. Believe me, I have. And it makes you feel like a horrible mom when you can't connect with your child, when you have done, maybe you're in a bad habit of yelling at your kids. And I have been there. There is no judgment here. That's not something that is easy to you can just flip a switch and stop doing. But I just want to speak to that mom. And I think this could be all of us. We all have times where we are just not connecting, and it could be a long-term or a short-term thing, but it's something that we should work on. So what I want to talk to you about, the perspective I want to talk to you about connecting with that child or children, is from an energy standpoint. And I want to teach you a principle that's going to help you shift your perspective. So when you have two energies in one room, so picture you and your child in the same room. Okay, maybe this is happening right now while you're watching this video. But you have two energies, and let's say your child, no matter what age your child is having a meltdown. No matter what that looks like, a teenage meltdown, a toddler meltdown, a grown-up meltdown. Or they are doing something that's disrespectful, that's bothering you. Not hard to picture for most of us, right? And they are triggering you. They are triggering your reaction. They are just about this close to triggering a reaction from you. What do you do in that situation? I'm going to teach you, and this is not something that's original to me. This is a law of the universe. Two energies cannot exist in the same room. One will take over the other one. I'm going to say that again. Two opposite energies cannot coexist in the same room. One will take over the other one. Whichever one takes over is up to you. Okay, this is another thing that I teach in my course, and it's one of the laws of the universe called the law of allowances. Okay, I'm not going to give you any more information, specifics on that. You need to buy my course. I go really deep into relationships and how the laws of the universe affect our relationships and how we can create the relationships we want by using these laws, including the law of attraction. So let's go back to our example. When your child is doing their childish thing that's going to trigger you, your response is just let them be. You maintain your inner calm and allow them. That's where the law of allowance is coming from. You allow them to be annoying. You allow them to express whatever they need to express, and you maintain your inner calm, because one of two things is going to happen. If you join them in their chaos, if you take on their energy, they have won. Their energy has taken over the room. But if you maintain your state of inner calm, their energy of chaos is just going to fizzle out. That's how we go from chaos to control with our children that are on our very last nerve. And that is easier said than done. But once you get into the habit of it and you change the mentality, once you change your mentality, get in the habit of it, you will gain so much more control with your children. Like I said, that is just one tiny little tip about creating connection with our children. And I think I started with that tip because I feel like that's a good place to start to take over our control in our relationships. And that could be in any relationship. You let other people be them, and you focus on your inner control and your inner world and your inner peace, so that your energy will be the influence and not the other way around. Now, I want to say one more thing before we go. This is going to be a little bit longer video. But another thing I want to say about creating connection with our kids is kind of what goes back to what I said yesterday about time blocking and about planning. And also what I said today about how do we want to be remembered by our kids? How do we want our kids to remember their childhood? We really need to think about that, guys. If we're not intentional about that, our kids will grow up before our eyes, and we will wish that we had been more intentional by the time that they're grown. So I really want to give you a homework assignment. I really want you to think about how you want to be remembered and write it down. Do a journaling activity about it. Think about what's most important to you. What feelings do you want your kids to have? What memories do you want them to remember? And this is going to be sobering, guys. This is going to be really sobering. And then look at your time block for this week and create that. Not start with this week, but make this a continuous habit. Whatever is important to you, put it in your actual calendar. Put it in, block out time to do those things. If it's important that you show your children individual attention, block out time to spend individual attention with each of them. If it is important that you give your children a love of stories and a very strong academic foundation, block out time to read some stories to them and to make it a daily habit and to introduce them to the literature you like. If it is important to you that you are actually playing and engaging with your children, block out time to take them to the park and actually get down or stay inside and get down on the floor and play with them, play games with them, play Barbies with them, push them in the swing, whatever feels right to you. You have to do that. And then I think that's also useful because when your kids are pulling at you when you're busy and begging you, Mommy, I need you for this, whatever, you can tell them, okay, if you could just be patient for a few minutes, look what Mommy's got on the calendar. We're gonna go to the park today. I'm gonna push you in the swing. I'm gonna catch you when you come down the slide, or we're gonna sit down and create some art together today. I just got some art supplies. Imagine how excited your child would feel. And a lot of people already do that. I think that's really important, but I think it's also important just to make that a habit. And because we can all get busy and forget, and the day can go by if we don't intentionally plan to do those things. So, like I said, Mindset Mastery for Moms is 70% off for a very limited time. I want you in. Comment below. Comment in this video. Comment mindset. Comment me. Comment whatever. Comment, I want that code. I will send you the code. I will get you into this program. Message me if you're still not sure, and we will have a conversation. I want you in because I want you to be successful in every area of your life. So I'll see you soon.